and I know that you're young, and I know that you're probably thinking it's the end of your world. You had to say, I'm taking a gun with me. And then when the person presented the cell phone for you to see, you had to have said, okay, I'm pulling out my gun because I want the cell phone. It says the victim stated he saw the suspect pull out a handgun from the suspect's waistband, pull the gun, slide back, and pointed the gun at the victim. 3, State of Texas versus Julian Reyes. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense.
James Tochi for Mr. Reyes, Judge.
Are you Mr. Reyes? All right, you entered a plea of no contest on January 19th, and you applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years. There's a $1,500 fine. State opposes your application. They're taking in consideration 2022 CR 11026. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
I have, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, ma'am.
All right, state, you are opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, Judge. Kimberly Molina is here, and I'd like the court to hear from you.
All right, if she'll come forward, please.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, great. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Okay. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you could state your name for the record.
Kimberly Lozano.
All right, so this is what we're going to do with this witness, Mr. Toshi. If you could let her stand closest to the court reporter just to make it easy for her to hear.
Of course.
See, Diana, I'm trying to make days better for everyone.
Okay. Ms. Lozano.
All right, defense.
Thank you. Ms. Lozano, thank you for coming down this morning. Tell Judge Boyd how you know Julian.
I know Julian because I'm friends with one of his brother's girlfriends. So I've known him for about 6 years.
Julian is how old today?
20 years old.
How well do you know Julian? Like, how much time have you spent with him in the last 6 years? Like, how deep is your connection to him?
I've spent about almost the whole 6 years knowing Julian. All my 3 kids know Julian. They're like to be around Julian. He's funny, playful with them. You know, no sense of fear towards Julian whatsoever.
Okay, well, so we kind of already got into it, but tell Judge Boyd the Julian Reyes that you know.
Yeah, the Julian Reyes is not the one that committed these crimes. He's always in the house, you know, he likes to play just outside. When he wasn't on monitor, he would like to go play basketball, you know, do normal kid things. It wasn't even like this type of person is not him. He's very playful with my kids, likes to be outside like a normal teenager, even though he's 20.
And just to be clear, we're not saying that he didn't do these things. We're saying that this is not
the Julian that I know whatsoever.
Okay. How old are your children?
10, 9, and 2.
And does Julian have a relationship with them or know them?
Yes, he knows them.
Are they fearful of him, or would you be fearful of Julian being around them?
No, I would not. They're not fearful of Julian. I would not be fearful to have them around him.
Have you ever seen or known Julian to be violent in any way?
No violence. Julian has never been violent that I've seen.
Does Julian have some issues that you're aware of that need to be addressed?
I feel like he does have not a big drug issue. I mean, he does not like he's taking drugs every day. It's just when he's going through something, this happens and he takes something, but it's not like if he's on drugs every single day of the week or anything like that. So no drug problem. He has a drug problem, but not where I would say every day, like he's so bad and danger to people.
Does Julian have a support network?
I would feel like he needs a little bit more support, a little bit more guidance.
Right, I'm sorry, could you keep your voice up?
Sorry. I feel like he does need a little support system, a little bit better of a support system, maybe some guidance. Like I've talked to him while he's been in jail and I've offered to be there for him, you know, and out and help him more, guide him on the right way, because he doesn't really have too much of that.
And he has parents.
He has parents, yes.
What happened?
Parents, older brothers.
So he does have a support system in place.
Yes.
What happened to his father? Do you know?
Oh, his father had got killed. Shot and killed, yes.
Today we brought some pictures down and we've looked at these together. What are these pictures of?
This is when one time, I think this was during Christmas, and that's Julian with his niece, and Julian with his son, again with the niece, and then his two older brothers and his mom.
Okay. And Judge, I don't have these marked, but I would like for you to.
And State, do you have any objection to the court reviewing photographs?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court will review the photographs that have been tendered.
If Julian were to receive probation by the court, are you somebody that would be willing to be part of his support group, help him in any way that he might need?
Yes.
Up to this point, the defense is asking the judge to see Julian as a troubled young man who needs treatment rather than prison. But there's a major problem with that argument. The court isn't only looking at his age or his personal struggles. It also has to consider what happened, the weapon involved, and whether he has already been given chances to change.
Of course.
All right, Judge, I don't have any other questions of Ms. Lozano, and pass to Mr. Garrett.
Thank you, Mayor. Your Honor.
Yes.
Ms. Lozano?
Lozano, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, you're stating that Mr. Reyes is around your children,
Yes.
or was rather. But you're aware that he takes Xanax roughly 2 to 3 times a week?
I mean, when the time when I was around Julian, he wasn't like that. So
Well, what about the times when he's around your children
no, he's not on Xanax.
that you're aware of?
Yeah, that I'm aware. And I would pretty much know because he's a completely different person.
Completely different person
Yes.
on drugs.
Mhm.
And then also you're smoking 6 blunts daily of marijuana. You're aware of that?
Yes,
Okay, around your children or
not
not?
around like that. No.
So how are you aware of that though?
Well, because I would talk to him, so I would know that he was doing that, but I wasn't there.
Okay. And then you also know that he would snort cocaine about 1 gram per month.
Mhm.
You're aware of that?
Well, yeah, because like I would talk to him, I would know that he was doing that, but not around him.
At that time, you wouldn't allow him around your children then?
I mean, I wouldn't go around because I just don't do that stuff, so that's why I wouldn't go around and be around that.
And you've known him for how many years?
6.
No further questions, John.
Any further questions? I have a question. What is the sign language that's being used in this photograph by the defendant? Does anyone want to address that?
It looks like he's just saying okay to me.
Well, I mean, that would be okay if there wasn't the W.
You could ask Mr. Reyes, Judge. He's going to speak to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming in to testify. All right, defense.
Judge, I don't have any additional witnesses. Mr. Reyes would like to address the court, but before that, I'd like to address the court if I could.
Yes.
So, obviously, a bit of a large ask from the court. You've got a very young man with no criminal history that kind of comes off the blocks with some really big cases. And I'm not making any excuses. Julian has owned up to what he did. He did what you read in the PSI there. He set these things up. He had a weapon. We're not in any way trying to minimize that, but Julian is a 20-year-old kid who does have a bad drug problem. He really does. He's never been in denial about that. And it's gotten the better of him. And like I tell all my clients, either you control it or it controls you. And clearly these drugs, I'm not saying they made him go out and do that, but what I am saying is they certainly affected things that he was doing and the way he was thinking. I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, this kid is so remorseful about what he did and of course the situation he is. He does have his own dependent. He has a lot of stuff inside him, Judge, that you're going to hear about that really needs to get addressed. He needs more than drug counseling. He needs some real serious psychological issues. I think he probably has undiagnosed PTSD from a couple different things. Never made it to high school. I just feel like if you put him in prison, you're
Julian has now admitted the part that matters most to the judge. He knows what he did was wrong and says he wants another chance. But an emotional plea is only one side of the decision. The prosecution is about to challenge his claim that he never really had the guidance or opportunity to change.
just going to, lack of a better way of saying it, throwing a kid away. I really believe it. A kid that wants help, a kid that needs help, and I think a kid that really could benefit from help. And so I understand there are victims. I understand how serious this is, but you know, he's 20 years old and he's crying for help, and I hope you give it to him. His father was murdered. He wasn't there for that, but his father was murdered in Mexico, and that had a deep impact on him. And we talked about it. When he was 14, he witnessed a family member get murdered as well, and I know that had a deep impact on him. He's carrying around some large, heavy bags that he doesn't know what to do with, and then I think they led him down the path to drugs and the path to this violence. I believe his family when they say this is so far from the Julian they know, guns and violence. He truly is a really just kind
But
of.
didn't they address his issues in 2016? Because he was on probation in 2016 for retaliation. Then he had marijuana to probation in 2017.
I don't know what they addressed back then, Judge. I didn't represent him. Probably not. I'm not sure if Julian was ready to be as forthcoming as he is about the issues that he has. So, and I understand that's part of his makeup. But on that issue, Judge, I just, as big as an ask as it is, I really think that deferred would be much better for him than the prison. The prison is not going anywhere. If he doesn't make it, well, you can hammer him. But today I'm asking you to give him the help that he's asking for and that he really needs. And I want him to talk to you as well, Judge. So I don't want to swear him in.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. You need to keep your voice up if you'll state your name for the record.
Julian Reyes.
All right, defense?
You want him over here, Judge?
He can stand there.
Okay. So Julian, I don't really have any specific questions for you, but I want you to tell the judge why you think you deserve deferred.
I just want to let you know, I'm like, if whatever happens, if you do end up sending me to prison, I just feel like that's not gonna make me no better. But if I'm not saying for you not to do that, but I feel like I do need a chance because I never had no guidance in my life, and I do have a baby boy out there. And I just want to be there for him. I know what I did was wrong, and I do take full responsibility on what I did. Because I know nobody should have, do that or, but like when I do take those drugs, those pills, that I do have a problem like on those pills, and by like seeing my brother die, like really that made me go like more into deep in it. But when I'm on those pills, I'm not the person who I am like how I am right now. But I feel like I do need a chance, and as I've been here for 5 months, I've been talking to God, and like I just feel like I got to do right, and I know I can.
Julian has now admitted the part that matters most to the judge. He knows what he did was wrong and says he wants another chance. But an emotional plea is only one side of the decision. The prosecution is about to challenge his claim that he never really had the guidance or opportunity to change.
You have a drug problem?
Yes, sir.
Or are you asking for help?
Well, I'm asking for help.
That's all the questions I have, and just, Julian is not the most articulate
Oh, just
person.
1 second. State has questions.
And Mr. Reyes, you said you've never sort of had a chance here, but you were arrested in 2014. Do you recall being arrested for theft?
For theft?
Yes, sir. The case was reviewed and closed. You remember that?
At school?
Okay. And then also 2015 for criminal mischief. The case was rejected, but you were arrested for that. Remember that?
What's criminal mischief?